Okay, this will be the third part of Lesson 13, College Python Green Book. We've done the grip, we've done the Torlua. Hopefully you spent enough time on those. So now we will pick up the first half of a slow error called the Carls with the Breeks. And Carls with the Breeks basically mean the guys with the pants. The Breeks are actually breeches, and so it was just a tune about that. You can look up more about that on the internet. Slow error, it is played very, very slowly, and you have plenty of time to be sure that all the grace notes and embellishments are played cleanly. You do not have to rush any of this. A few things to be careful of on this one are going to be on the Torluas and the grips, make sure that the low G's, both of them are sounded very clearly. Be careful because in the single grace notes that everyone is not a G. There are some D grace notes in there. There are some places where you will be wanting to, or your fingers will be wanting to play a G grace note or a D grace note, and there is not one. So don't add extra ones in there. That's something I tend to do a lot and get nailed on. Also, double check some rhythms. You'll notice in most of the rhythms there's a kind of three notes together, and there'll be a long one, a really short one, and then a medium one. Instead of, for a triplet, instead of a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So get that rhythm down. And as soon as you get that rhythm down, it's going to throw a curve in your way. You'll have one where the first one will be very short, the middle one will be longer, the third one will still be a medium. So you've got long, short, medium, long, short, medium, long, short, medium, and then long. Okay, so get your rhythms down. This is a 6/8, which means to learn it, you can count it off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It almost feels like walls. And you start putting emphasis on the 1 and the 3, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that eventually merges or morphs into 1, 4, 1, 4, 6, 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then you're kind of doing it as a in a 2-beat with 3 beats in between each one of them. So a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's kind of the feel of what you will get to. Okay, you got pickup notes, and those, you got a grace note, a couple of pickup notes down to a low G. Okay, and be careful on that because probably if you're looking close, you'll notice that I screwed a couple things up. First one's a G grace note, the second one's also a G grace note, and I have a tendency to want to do a GD on there. Okay, so there's your pickup part. First measure, first full measure. Okay, with those pickup notes. Okay, that gets you through the first measure. Second measure, it's still Torlua, but from a B. Okay, only thing really to pay attention to on there is the very end of it, going from the B to the low A, or low G, is a D grace note, not a G grace note, so be careful of that. Next measure is the same as the first full measure, so you already know how to play this one. Okay. Fourth measure, it's got your first grip. And notice I'm leaving the last two little notes in that measure out because those are the pickup notes for the next line. So the first full line, excluding the pickup notes. Okay, and that's the beat on that is just bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum, and that's plenty fast for right now. Plenty fast. Okay, starting with the pickup notes at the end of the first line. And that should sound very familiar because that first full measure we've already played twice in the first line. First measure and the third measure. Lots of repetition in these. Second measure, second line. This is the first one where your rhythm changes. The first note in the triplet is the fast one. Okay? And also notice you have a G grace note, D, D. G, D, D grace notes. And then a D throw. Okay, D throw, C, down to B, and you go from the C to the B. Don't add another grace note. Be careful of that. Okay, third measure, second line. Okay, the second half of that measure is very easy. You played it in the first measure, the third measure, the fifth measure, but you've got the low A, B, low A with a G, D, E. G, D, E combination, changing notes. And the last measure. Don't let that little G grace note get out of there. Okay, second half of that. Okay, see if I can make it through the whole thing without too many mistakes here. It's a pretty song. And that's basically it. So give that a try.